It is 9:15. On this day in 1871, at about 8:30 p.m., the Great Chicago Fire started at a small barn belonging to the O'Leary family on the southwest side. Photographer Mark Hirsch gives us some unique perspective on that monumental event by merging a historic representation with a contemporary photograph from the same vantage point.
It's called Time After Time Historical Reef Photography, and Mark has representations of other iconic spots in Chicago and elsewhere that we'll check out as well. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning. This is such a neat project. How did you first come up with the idea of doing this?
Well, you know, I've always loved history and photography and architecture, and I've seen so many old photographs of Chicago, and I thought it would be fun to go out and reshoot some of those same scenes in the present day and look at them side by side, and thought that was kind of interesting. But then I decided to kind of blend the two together to create a single image that's part old and part new. And so that's what I started doing. And you know, a while back, I knew that the Chicago Fire anniversary was coming up, and I really wanted to do something to commemorate the Great Chicago Fire. So I obtained a really classic old, really an illustration, a bird's eye view illustration of the city on fire. And I thought it would be interesting to kind of really do two things: show what the city would look like if the fire was burning today, because I don't think we can have any conception of really how massive that fire really was until you see it in its you know, in its entirety from an aerial perspective. And then I use satellite imagery to take another shot from the exact same perspective as the original illustration, bringing them together to really tell that story. But not just that, to really tell the story of how the city has been rebuilt in the last 150 years since the fire.
And you presented this to the fire department. Their training facility is where the Great Chicago Fire started, and really there is no monument to the Great Chicago Fire. My question to you, Mark, why didn't you use actual images of the Great Chicago Fire or the aftermath?
Well, you know, there are some old photographs of the Chicago Fire. They're just really not in high enough resolution or high enough quality to have, you know, to have served my purposes. And in fact, many of them, really, the locations of some of those images were almost indecipherable. So it was really going to be hard for me to go out and recreate that exact shot. But I was really smitten with that the original illustration that I used, and I thought it really enabled me to tell the story that I wanted to tell.
It's interesting when you mentioned the sheer magnitude. I was trying to talk to my oldest son about how much of the city had actually burned down during the Great Chicago Fire. What struck you the most in just looking at historical versus contemporary images of the city?
Well, you know, it's interesting. Many of the buildings in my work, not so much the Chicago Fire piece, but many of the buildings exist to this day. And I think, you know, part of the story of my work is, you know, how much things change, but in a sense, how much they stay the same. And so I think we've done a pretty good job of historic preservation here in Chicago. And I think it's fun for me and for other people to kind of take a look at the past and how it blends with the present.
And to a lay person, it may seem like, oh, it's just Photoshop. You just put these two things together. But it's more intricate than that. Without getting too much in the weeds, can you talk about how it's different?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly, Photoshop is among the software programs I use to create these images, but it really starts in camera. You know, I've got to go out and really make sure the angles are right, the perspective is right, the time of day is right, so that the shadows are all lined up. So, you know, it's a bit of science and a bit of art. You know, the science is all that goes into making it look perfect, and the art is really what I want to create when I have my image blended with the old original image.
Was there one particular building that you're looking at and saying, gosh, this is almost exactly the same as what it looks today?
You know, as it turns out, you know, the Marshall Fields building is a building that was around, you know, early in the, you know, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and being on State Street, that image, as you can see here, appears in a number of my pieces. Interestingly, you know, the Chicago Theater, which appears in that piece too, has a milestone coming up. It opened, I believe, October 26th, 1921, so it's going to celebrate its 100th anniversary this month as well.
Well, Mark, thanks for joining us. Your website, if people want to know more, is markhirsch.com. He's on Instagram. We did a backstory with Mark. You can see that on WGNTV.com/backstory to check out how he does this. Mark, great to talk to you.
Thanks, Mark.
Great to see you again.
Time now for